We have to stop seeing domestic violence as a gender issue. It's not. That we're doing a huge disservice and a dishonest disservice towards men and fathers. Because if we claim that in a violent relationship only men are the perpetrators, we are actually doing nothing for the women who themselves are violent. Because what happens in the refuge movement is they just evict them. If they do come in, they get rid of them. And the women are not allowed in if they're alcoholic, if they have drug problems, or if their boys are over 12. You can't do this, because those are the women that most need the help. And the same things towards what's happening towards men here, because with the arrest policies, if a man does call a woman, the chances are he'll be taken away. It doesn't matter what if he's scratched and whatever, he's taken out of the situation, because it's a positive arrest policy.
The automatic arrest policy for domestic violence is actually unique in the history of British law. The only legislation that gives comparable power to the police is anti-terrorist legislation.
So men are too frightened to take any action to protect themselves. And women now use the police as a force in a marital quarrel.
Do you really believe that 1 in every 4 of your female friends and colleagues could have suffered from domestic abuse? Is that what you find in your life? And what about the similar claim from the same people in the abuse industry, that 1 in 4 women has been raped?
There are a lot of other statistics out there. In fact, one set of statistics that absolutely floored me was from an organization which said that 95% of women, by the time they were age 18, had been sexually abused. And I was quite flabbergasted by this because, for one thing, I wasn't in the 95%. And what I found out was that in their definition of sexual abuse, it included a lorry driver driving by and saying, "Hey, baby."
On the basis of 600 convictions, I have seen the Home Office conclude that something like 60,000 rapes occur every year. And what they do, the way the police manufacture the rape data is by including all allegations made of rape are counted as rapes. They are included in the statistics. They include as rape, in their research, they include as rapes all those women who have answered yes to the following question. Have you, in the past 12 months, ever engaged in sex when you were not initially in the mood to do so, or words to that effect? They're very ambiguous with regard to whether or not a rape has actually occurred. But the Home Office counts a tick in the box to all these ambiguous questions as if a rape actually occurred. Every twist, every turn, every fact and every figure is put into the pot of evidence in favour of a rape having been committed. It's in this manner that the Home Office and the police manage to pump up the amount of alleged abuse that is taking place in this country.
Is the 1 in 4 women who's been raped the same one who's a victim of domestic violence? If not, could we say that 2 in 4, half of all women, have been subject either to domestic violence or rape? Please. What these figures and surveys and sound bites are showing is that normal experiences and relationships are increasingly becoming reclassified as abusive. A row with a boyfriend becomes ticked in the box marked abuse. And why is it that this 1 in 4 women who may have been shouted at, slapped, or shoved out of the way is worth so much discussion and outrage from government and the media, yet the men killed by women in domestic violence, 1 in 4 of all deaths, are not discussed at all?